Let's go on to a game called I Couldn't Disagree More. And in this we test out, in particular, Graeme's ability this week to disagree with a policy enunciated by his opponents. He's going to oppose it, whatever happens. However reasonable the policy may seem at first hearing or indeed 50th hearing. So have you got any policies which would be difficult to oppose, which Graeme will do his best to oppose?
Yes, clearly no one wants a Third World War.
Well, I couldn't disagree more. If you're going to have a war, then the Third World seems an excellent place to have it.
All right.
Our policy is that in the winter months we should spare a thought for the homeless.
No, I couldn't disagree more. The winter months really are the time we should spare a thought for the homed, because I have a home. I am a practicing homeowner, and in the bitter cold of the winter months, the expense of running the central heating and roof repairs and double glazing and cooking warm, nourishing meals for all the family and buying drinks and getting them in, it's an enormous drain on the householder's expenses. So in winter months, we should all pop round to people who own homes and drop a few pennies through the letterbox.
All right.
Well, it's our belief that... If you let me finish. It's our belief that a dog is for life and not just for Christmas.
No, well, this is dangerous nonsense, if I may say so. Many of the poorer families in this country can't afford the luxury of a turkey at the festive season. And with so many cases of food poisoning around, you really shouldn't leave the leftovers much beyond Boxing Day. So unless you've got a deep freeze, keep the dog for Christmas, and that's all.
Right. Anything else to test them out?
Yes, there should be more women in politics.
No, I couldn't disagree more. And Martin backs me on this.
Any other policies?
It's our policy that, in general, the Queen Mother should keep her kit on.
Please God, she's spared until transmission time for this.
I couldn't disagree more. The Queen Mother's cook-housekeeper, Kit, has been serving her for almost 70 years, and the idea of keeping her on any longer is cruel to the poor old lady. Let her retire in peace. Let her retire.
Well, we believe it's a bad idea to take your genitalia out and wave it about at a royal garden party.
If not there, where?
I think Graeme's beaten you to a pulp on that one. So let's just see if that's right. That'd be my prediction, as see if the blue vote goes up in response to Graeme's performance on that particular round. Vote blue for blue, red for red, and do it now. Oh. Well, yes, indeed, and the blue vote has shot up to 82%, so well done. Well done. There it is. Well, you lost a few dog owners, but nonetheless, you got everyone else round. So I think we're racing towards the end of the programme, so there's just an opportunity now for all the participants now to grab a few votes by coming up with a few vote-grabbing policies. And when you've got a policy, can you press your buzzer? Because this is your last chance to get any more floating voters. Jeremy.
It's our policy that people should be allowed to have their cake and eat it.
Only reason of having a cake, I always think, but there you go.
Yes, we support the Ramblers' right to roam, and we're going to send them out to invade Italy.
We're going to introduce a new tax called the penis tax for men, obviously. What it is, you pay £100 an inch, and brilliantly, this will be the first tax ever invented where people would deliberately pay more than they actually owe.
Oh.
If I could just... he's stealing our policies again. We actually
You've
tried...
got a penis,
we
have
tried
you?
to implement...
Policies. Stealing your policies, not your penis. Nobody would want to steal your penis.
We tried to implement that very scheme, and we just found that the men failed to get their penises in on time.
Yes, Jeremy.
We think that in future, if anyone does lead a horse to water, the horse should be forced to drink.
Free petrol for the under-5s.
Yes. Football policies, yes, over there.
Well, we feel these days that in terms of television and the way it's broadcast, that the pendulum has swung too much in favour of the consumer with consumer programmes and too far away from the businessman. So we'll be introducing a programme in which consumers write in and they get absolutely no sympathy at all. And the programme's called Tough Tits, You Bought It.
Oh, it's blueberries, great.
Yes, double the married person's allowance for the under-5s.
You're obviously not aware that under-5s can't vote, but... yes.
We propose that in future, if anyone keeps their coat on inside, the moment they go outside, they should have another coat put on them so they will feel the benefit.
Yes.
We shall be adding to the National No Day, so as well as the National No Smoking Day, there'll be National No Stooping Day, National No Getting Irritated in Cars Day, and National No Underwear Day. Any day during Wimbledon fortnight will be fine for that.
I think you just got disqualified 9 times on an earlier game for that particular answer. Yes, over there.
Well, beef on the bone is banned, Clive, and yet millions and millions of cows are wandering around our countryside, flouting the laws. This clearly must be stopped.
All right. Yes, good one. Yes, Tony. No, Jeremy, sorry, Jeremy.
We believe that in future it should be possible to keep a good man down.
Graeme.
We plan to introduce a topless Meals on Wheels service.
For the under-5s? Okay.
When we introduce British summertime, instead of putting the clocks forward at 2 a.m, we'll do it at 7 o'clock in the evening so you won't have to sit through Big Break with Jim Davidson.
We should be bringing in legislation enabling people to look a gift horse in the mouth.
You bought a book of Proverbs for Christmas or something?
Well, proverbs are as proverbs do, Clive.
We shall be fighting for an event in the Winter Olympics that we can win. My idea for this is an event called tobogganing down an unsuitable hill with insufficient snow on a bin liner or tread.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm afraid that's the division bell. I think it is either that or it's a fire alarm. Either way, that's the end of that round and the end of the programme, except to have a vote to see who has won tonight. So could you now... But this is the real thing. It's a general election, so vote blue if you want the Blues to form the government, reds if you want the Reds to form the government, and can you vote either of those now? Well, that's very exciting. With a sudden surge, the Red Party has won. So well done, and that's really, I think, one in the eye there, I think, to the opinion pollsters, because suddenly from nowhere you've won with a landslide. So you're going to go off and form a government, whereas the Blue Party will go off and form a dole queue. But it's good night now from If I Ruled the World, and like all true politicians, we won't be seeing our teams again until the next time they need your vote. But from us now, good night. Good night.
If I Ruled the World is back at the same time next week, and tonight starting at 11:15 with 90 minutes of comedy from Bill Bailey, Leon Herring and Comedy Nation. BBC 2 in the Comedy Zone.